What's up, curl friends? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Elaina, and in today's video we are going to be straining the Ayurvedic herbal hair growth oil that I made about a month ago. So if you've been following my channel, you saw the video of me making my growth oil, and I let it sit for about a month. And now it's time to go ahead and strain it because, as you know, I will be starting my Ayurvedic hair challenge here very soon, and I need to use this oil for the challenge. So today we're going to be straining, but before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you don't know already, what Ayurveda is. So in simple words, Ayurveda is a natural system of medicine which originated in India more than 3,000 years ago. The term Ayurveda is derived from the Sanskrit words Ayur, which means life, and Veda, which means science or knowledge. Thus, Ayurveda translates to knowledge of life. Now, what is Ayurveda and how does it work? Ayurveda, or Ayurvedic medicine, is a healthy lifestyle system that the people of India have used for more than 5,000 years. Ayurveda emphasizes good health and prevention and treatment of illness through lifestyle practices such as massage, meditation, yoga, and dietary changes, and the use of herbal remedies. So as I stated before, I will be using this oil to, massage into my scalp and into my hair as a use of Ayurvedic purposes. So some of the best herbs that you can use are fenugreek, brinraj, gooseberry, which is also known as amla, lavender, aloe vera, and rosemary, and there are quite a few more, and I'm sure you guys have already heard of a lot of them. But now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's get started with the straining of this oil. These are all of the supplies that I'm going to be using. Well, not all of them. There are a few more. This is my first time actually making and straining this oil, so I was kind of going with the flow, as I was straining, and I found that I needed a couple more tools, but you'll see that as the video progresses. Okay, so most of these items I did get from the Dollar Tree, including these stockings. And basically what I'm going to do is just cut the stockings right at this point here, just to give me a little bit of extra space to kind of wrap around the jar. And I did go ahead and cut the other foot out as well, but I didn't need both of them. I just used the one, so it'll be good for my next straining session. But yeah, I just used this one piece here, opened it up, put it in the jar, and kind of wrapped it around the lid of the jar just so I could get a little, have it secured on there as I'm pouring the oil. And I also took a rubber band just to kind of make sure that it didn't move as I was, trying to get this oil strained. Like I said, this is my first time, so I didn't want any mistakes or anything like that. So I was just being a little bit extra. But as it went along, I found that I did not need the rubber band, but I used it initially. Okay, so now it's time to strain the oil, and I want you guys to see just how beautiful and brown this came out. There's a light green tinge to it, but everything expanded really nicely, and it smells really herby, but it's still it doesn't smell bad, so we're good to go. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and strain this oil. Gonna pour it right into the jar with the stocking. Just gonna let it go. Okay, so we've strained this to just about the top of the jar. You kind of can't see it in, because it's in this other picture here, but I filled it up as much as I could because I knew I had to take this stocking out, which now comes the messy part. So I'm going to take the stocking out of the jar, and then I just have to just start squeezing the excess oil out of the stocking. Now, if you prefer to use gloves at this point, yeah, this would be a good time to pull them out. So basically, I'm just letting the oil just kind of strain out of the stocking, giving it a little bit of help. And then eventually I will just squeeze whatever excess I can out of this. So again, you want to make sure you have something like underneath the jar that you're straining into to kind of catch the overspill or anything like that, so you're not making a crazy mess in your kitchen or wherever you decide to do this. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm ready to pour the oil into my little bottle here. I got this from the beauty supply store in a haul. If you remember my haul around Christmas time, I got that from there. But then this is when I realized this is gonna really get messy if I'm not careful. So I had this glass bowl, which is what I should have used from the beginning. It's a little lower and a little wider than that measuring cup that I have. And so I decided to go ahead and pour the oil into the measuring cup so that I can then pour it into the bottle without making a crazy mess. And that worked out beautifully. Okay, so just make sure you're prepared when you're making this oil or making your oil. You know, you don't want to have oil all over the place, so just make sure you have the correct tools. And again, I got a lot of this stuff from the Dollar Tree. You can even buy these mason jars at the Dollar Tree now. I saw them there. They have various sizes, but again, the measuring cup, the what is that thing called? The that spatula there that I have, this bowl you can get from the Dollar Tree. I mean, I got my bowl from like the Goodwill, but you can get bowls from the Dollar Tree, the stockings, like you can get all your supplies from the Dollar Tree and the beauty supply store, obviously. So now I'm just going to repeat the process until I finish straining all of the oil out of the biggest mason jar. And now that we've gotten every last bit of oil out that I could get out, I'm just going to give it a quick stir because some of the herbs still escaped through the stocking, of course. I only strained this one time. I mean, you can continue to strain it if you'd like, but I wanted to keep this kind of potent, so I just did the one strain. So there will be remnants of herbs in the bottom of my my little squeezy bottle there once I pour this oil into them. Okay, so like I said, I found that I needed more tools as I was going along. So I have this funnel here just to make it a little bit easier to pour this oil into these narrow topped bottles. I mean, I probably could have gotten away with it even though I have my little drip bowl there. But why make things difficult? You know what I mean? If you have the tools, use them. And this worked like a charm. Again, Dollar Tree. And so the little bit that I had left over, I just poured it back into this little jar that I had here. I didn't want to pour it back into the bigger jar with the herbs because you're supposed to keep those herbs completely covered in oil so they can do their thing, and you can use it a couple of times. So rather than pour this back into that jar, I went ahead and made another oil blend and just decided to have this jar here to refill the 2 bottles that I already had. And there you have it. So I've got 2 bottles of this Ayurvedic growth herbal oil blend. I'm super excited to use it. I did wind up giving one to my sons. They are kind of sort of trying to go on this journey with me. They never really follow through with what I tell them, but I did give them a bottle of oil for them to use. And so now it's time for the cleanup. Basically all I did was just pour the remnants of the oil that was in the cap there that I had the stocking sitting in back into the jar. I'm going to put this jar aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut the stocking open and basically put the herbs back into the original jar so that I can go ahead and make a new oil blend. And that's it. That's pretty much how you strain your Ayurvedic oil using all of those herbs and ingredients that we used in our prior video. Now I'll try to link the video for you guys in the description box so you could check it out. Let me know if you make your own Ayurvedic oil or if this is something totally new to you. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Also, let me know what you use in your oil if you have made an Ayurvedic oil blend. Yeah, let's share some tips with each other and get this Ayurvedic journey growing on. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a big like on your way out if you enjoyed the video and if you learned something new. Definitely, yeah, give me a like and definitely leave a comment in the comments section down below. If you learned something new here or if you make your own oils, definitely let us know. Let us know in the comments so we can all share our tips and tricks with each other. And yeah, you guys, I think this oil looks so beautiful. It came out really, really nice and rich. And these are the remnants of the original oil, you know, the herbs and everything that I used. And so I'm going to refill that again, like I said. But yeah, this is the end of the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I love and appreciate you all. Bye.